And up next, Bemetra Simmons. The Tampa Bay Partnership is leading on so many policy issues and engagement and so on. I'm grateful for her leadership, excited to hear what she's got to bring us today. But Bemetra is challenging the status quo in many, many ways, a transformational leader, and we are excited to hear from her today. Y'all give her some applause.
Good morning, everyone. So, first of all, I just want to say thank you to Yvonne and her team for having us today and putting together this summit. This is so important. As she mentioned, I have the privilege of leading the Tampa Bay Partnership. For those of you who are not familiar, the partnership is a coalition of C-suite business and not-for-profit leaders that advocate on behalf of our 8-county region. The way that we define the region is all the way from Citrus over to Polk and down to Sarasota counties. We have about 40 companies that invest in the partnership on an annual basis that represent about 140,000 jobs in our region. So we've got some really good leaders around the table. As you know, the cornerstone of our work is our regional competitiveness report. So we put out an annual report every year that measures Tampa Bay against 19 peer and aspirational markets. So how is Tampa Bay doing against Austin, Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Seattle, etc. Some of those markets we see as peers, some of them we see as aspirational. They got some things that they're doing right that we could learn from here in Tampa Bay. About a third of, so we track about 67, I don't know why I said about, it's 67 indicators on an annual basis, but about a third of those indicators are centered around talent. And we're looking at talent, everything from the cradle to career. So early learning through the workforce. And some of the things that we see that are happening in the trends and the data for our region, the secret is out. Tampa Bay is a great place to live. It's a wonderful place to start a business, grow a business. Everybody knows that. We were #1 in the competitive set in terms of net migration into our community. What we also saw, though, is that today, if you look at the jobs that are open, 79% of the jobs that are open in our community require a college that pay greater than $60,000 require a college degree. However, only about 38% of our residents actually have a college degree. So one of the things that we're working on with our employers and trying to really work on throughout the region is to get a better match of skills-based hiring and experience-based hiring, and not just throw a 4-year degree requirement on everything that's out there, because that's not what our residents look like today. The other thing that we saw is you guys may have heard about this, we have exploding housing costs, right? All right, so like if you own your house, you're doing the Cabbage Patch, that's a 90s dance, I'm showing my age, right? But if you're trying to buy a house, that's not so great right now. So to put things in perspective, our average home price is $380,000. But our average wage is $57,000. So I'm a nerdy banker by trade. That is a very difficult place to be from an affordability standpoint. So one of the things that we're trying to do is obviously get more higher wage paying jobs for our community and also help with the affordability piece. The other things that we're taking a look at from, data-wise that you guys will be helpful for your conversation today, we're seeing really good growth in our high school graduation rates. They're over 89%. That's wonderful for the region. We also saw our improvement in our graduation rates for our economically disadvantaged students, which is wonderful. But we have almost 60,000 students, residents in our community that are between the ages of 16 and 24. They are not enrolled in school, nor are they working. So we've got to get those folks connected. Why does that matter from a workforce perspective? It's putting pressure on our average apprenticeship age. Our average apprenticeship age is 26. We need that to come down to be about 22, right? And then I was with our FDOT secretary. The average age of the person who works in the transportation today is 55. That means those people are about 10 years away from retirement. So we got to get more younger people engaged. I went to high school in the Midwest, so I say that they're all in the basement smoking weed, but I don't think we have basements in Florida. But we got to figure out where they are, and we got to get them. We have to get them engaged. The other thing that the partnership is working on is improving our students that are ready for kindergarten and our students getting at the 3rd grade reading level. So less than 50% of our students are ready for kindergarten. We believe at the partnership from the business community standpoint that if we get more students enrolled in VPK, 3 and 4-year-olds enrolled, we'll see those, the data shows that we see improvement from there. So if you don't know what the partnership does, what I want you to take from this, we're the voice of the business community. We use all of these executives that we have around the table to provide thought leadership, public policy, and advocacy around all of these issues. And we want every resident in Tampa Bay to have the kind of job that they want, where they can pay their bills, be comfortable, and live comfortably in Tampa Bay. Thank you guys so much for letting me share this morning.